In the wild, there are predators that need no roar, for a single hiss is enough to unleash terror. They strike faster than lightning, armed with venom hundreds of times more potent than any other snake, instilling fear even in the most seasoned experts. Today, we step into the world of the planet's deadliest snakes to uncover the secrets of the lethal weapons nature has bestowed upon them. But in the wild, does humanity stand a chance of survival when coming face to face with these predators? The reptile world, nature's deadliest weapons. Have you ever wondered how a creature with no legs, no arms, could become the ultimate terror of the wild? Before we explore the world's most venomous snakes, let us uncover their mysterious journey of evolution. After the dinosaurs vanished, a small reptile dwelling in underground burrows began to change. And in that darkness, the first transformation of snakes was born. The ancestors of snakes were once-legged reptiles, slithering through the soil in search of food and safety from predators. But in those cramped tunnels, legs became a burden. Generation after generation, nature favored creatures with smaller limbs and more flexible bodies, until they lost their limbs entirely. Beyond the wild, snakes have always moved alongside human life. In many ancient civilizations, they were revered as symbols of wisdom and power. Yet in Western religion, they took the form of the tempter in the Garden of Eden, the embodiment of sin and danger. Today, more than 3,000 species of snakes have spread across the planet. Some evolved simply to survive, but others became perfect assassins, armed with the deadliest weapons nature has ever created. Now, let us begin with the first snake, the bringer of terror across the Americas. One hiss, one chilling rattle, is all it takes to signal that death is near. That is, the rattlesnake. The rattlesnake is one of the most widespread species in the Americas, thriving across the United States and stretching deep into northern Mexico. Yet it is the Southwest where they are most feared, a land where their numbers swell the greatest. In every environment, they master the art of blending into sand, dry grass, or leafy shadows. And wherever they dwell, their very presence spreads fear among both humans and animals alike. The rattlesnake is not only everywhere, it also carries a deadly record. It is the snake responsible for the most bites across the United States. Each year, thousands are rushed to hospitals after a single careless moment, and just one heartbeat too late could cost a life. Did you know? Rattlesnakes are not just one species, but more than 30 spread across the Americas. belonging to the genera Crotalus and Cistruris. Some are tiny, barely half a meter long, slipping easily beneath a single rock, while others are giants, like the eastern diamondback rattlesnake, stretching up to 2.5 meters and weighing over 10 kilograms, a true titan of the serpent world. Their colors are also a masterstroke of survival, from earthy browns and ashen grays to the golden hue of desert sand, each shade crafted by nature to blend flawlessly with the world around them. Across their backs, diamond patterns, checkerboard markings, or winding zigzags are not just signatures of identity, but camouflage perfected, turning them into phantoms of the desert and the sparse woodland. In the scorched deserts, where the heat burns the earth, the rattlesnake becomes a living nightmare for rodents and small lizards. With scales that vanish into golden sands and gray stones, it turns into a phantom, invisible beneath the blazing sun. Its forked tongue flickers endlessly, while heat-sensing pits detect every trembling breath of prey that dares to draw near. Here, the kangaroo rat becomes the rattlesnake's favorite prey. This tiny rodent is famed for its lightning-fast leaps, moving as if no predator could ever catch it. But against the rattlesnake, every advantage seems meaningless. In the instant the kangaroo rat darts past, the rattlesnake's jaws snap open. Hinged fangs, folded deep within its mouth, unfold like daggers. In just 0.3 seconds, fiery venom is driven straight into the prey's body. The venom is injected, but not all of it. The rattlesnake controls the dose with remarkable precision, just enough to clot the blood, just enough to slow the rat's heart, never wasting a drop of its precious toxin. The rodent struggles, then collapses as hemotoxins ravage its bloodstream. Minutes later, the silent killer trails the scent of death, unhinges its jaws, and swallows the prey whole. Swift, precise, and merciless, a flawless testament to the deadly weapons nature has bestowed upon the rattlesnake. Despite carrying such powerful venom, the rattlesnake must still beware of an unexpected rival, the roadrunner. It is the roadrunner, the desert sprinter, swift as the wind. With long, sinewy legs, it can reach speeds of nearly 30 kilometers per hour, turning every stride into a lightning dash. Its piercing eyes and razor-sharp beak deliver lightning-fast strikes, hammering down like blows of iron. This is the weapon that makes the roadrunner a true nightmare for every small creature of the desert. When they meet face to face, the bird does not flee. It charges headlong into battle. With lightning reflexes, it dodges the rattlesnake's deadly fangs, then drives its sharp beak down again and again. Denying the snake any chance to strike, the roadrunner clamps onto its body and slams it against the ground like a whip of iron. In this clash, Venom is almost useless. The bird never allows itself to be bitten. Courage, speed, and surprising strength turn this seemingly fragile bird into the rattlesnake's worst nightmare. Even so, this species remains extremely dangerous to people living here, with camouflage so perfect, it often escapes the human eye. One careless step, and the warning rattle explodes. In the next heartbeat, venomous fangs sink deep into flesh. The venom surges instantly into the bloodstream, destroying red blood cells, rupturing vessels, and swelling the bite site with searing pain. In severe cases, the toxins disrupt clotting, shut down kidneys, and can even threaten life itself if treatment is delayed. This is why the rattlesnake is still regarded as one of the most dangerous creatures of all. But the rattlesnake is not the true master of venom. Across the globe, in the unforgiving lands of Australia, lurks a serpent armed with a weapon far more terrifying. What species is it? And why does its venom surpass every standard of death we have ever known? Follow us into the heart of Australia's vast outback, a world few have ever witnessed. Towering red cliffs, endless scorched grasslands, and winds that whip dust across an infinite horizon. Here, silence reigns, broken only by the crack of stone and the distant cry of a hunting bird. Beneath this unforgiving land lies the domain of the most venomous land snake on Earth, the Inland Taipan. Measuring between 1.8 and 2.5 meters, the Inland Taipan is built for speed and precision. Its body shifts with the seasons, pale and reflective under the searing heat of summer, then darkening to absorb warmth as the chill of winter arrives. Along its back, black-edged scales form a delicate herringbone pattern, while its underside glows with creamy yellows streaked with flashes of orange. Blending seamlessly into sand and stone, it becomes as invisible as a rattlesnake in the desert. But what forges the legend of the Inland Taipan is not its camouflage. It is the hidden power behind those curved fangs. Behind those curved fangs lies a weapon beyond imagination. The Inland Taipan does not simply bite. It delivers the most concentrated venom of any land snake on Earth. A single bite carries enough venom to kill more than 100 adult men, or over 250,000 mice. No other snake even comes close. To put it into perspective, the Inland Taipan's venom is 50 times more potent than that of a cobra, and far deadlier than the fearsome rattlesnake. This venom is a lethal cocktail. Neurotoxins that paralyze the nervous system, procoagulants that wreak havoc on the blood, and enzymes that tear muscle apart from within. Within minutes, the victim's own body begins to betray itself. Muscles lock, breathing slows, and the heart races to the brink of collapse. Without treatment, full paralysis and death can arrive in less than 45 minutes. So imagine this: if such a serpent were to sink its fangs into a human, would there be any hope of survival? Could modern medicine truly withstand nature's deadliest attack? Despite carrying the most potent venom of any land snake, the Inland Taipan is surprisingly shy. It avoids confrontation, slipping into cracks and crevices rather than striking. Encounters with humans are extremely rare, and for that, we are fortunate. This snake does not waste its power on anything that moves. The Inland Taipan targets warm-blooded creatures, long-haired rats, small marsupials, and desert mice. These animals form the core of its diet. It invades. When prey hides deep within its burrow, the snake follows. Silently, it slips into the tunnels of long-haired rats, turning their last refuge into a deadly trap. Just one bite, and the outcome is sealed. Its fangs sink deep, venom floods in, and almost instantly the snake releases its grip. The prey stumbles away, staggering only a few steps before collapsing, paralyzed and unconscious. Then, with calm precision, the taipan follows the fading scent of its victim and swallows it whole. The Inland Taipan may be the most venomous land snake on Earth, but it is not the one humans fear most. Across Asia and Africa, another serpent has built a far darker reputation. A snake that does not strike in silence alone, but rises high, hood flared wide. On the African savanna, under the scorching 40-degree heat and cracked earth, all eyes are usually drawn to lions, hyenas, or leopards. But there's one creature that doesn't roar, doesn't hunt in packs. It needs no speed, no brute strength, just one flare of its hood, one lightning-fast strike, and death begins, spreading from blood to heart. This isn't the king cobra, it's the forest cobra, the largest venomous snake in Africa, lurking beneath grass, at the base of trees, even in the cracked walls of rural villages. And when it appears, even predators tread carefully. With an average length of 2 to 2.7 meters, this is the longest cobra species in Africa, and also one of the most powerfully built. Its scales, shimmering in black, dark brown, or golden hues, gleam like metal and allow it to blend almost perfectly into the shadows beneath low shrubs. But what makes every creature hesitate isn't its color. It's the hooded stance, rising as tall as half a grown man. In a flash, it rears up, lifting its head off the ground, spreading its hood wide on both sides, forming the shape of a living shield, a warning and a weapon. The African forest cobra doesn't need to ambush for long, because its prey often doesn't realize what's happening until it's too late. It hunts with stealth and speed, slithering silently along the ground, then unleashing a lightning-fast strike, injecting just enough venom to shut down the nervous system. Even lions, symbols of strength and natural resistance, can fall if struck in the right spot by a forest cobra. Because this snake's venom doesn't just paralyze, it attacks the respiratory center and central nervous system. The victim begins to tremble, vision fades, muscles seize, breathing halts, and without antivenom within 15 to 30 minutes, death is inevitable. But the forest cobra doesn't only kill with a bite, it can kill from a distance. Some individuals within this African cobra population possess a rare ability to spit venom directly into the eyes of an enemy from over 2 meters away. They raise their heads, flare their hoods, track movement to aim, then contract their mouth muscles and launch a fine mist of venom, highly toxic and frighteningly accurate. If it hits the eyes, the venom can burn the cornea, destroy tissue, and without immediate flushing within minutes, it can cause permanent blindness. This isn't a killing blow, it's a preemptive strike, a way to stop the enemy before they ever get close. In Africa, many lives have been lost, all because of a single misstep. The forest cobra doesn't actively seek out humans, but in villages near forests, farmlands, or livestock camps, it often slithers indoors, hiding in hay piles, beneath wooden floors, even inside kitchens. And if someone steps on it, or traps it in a corner, that sudden hood flare and lightning-fast strike may be the last thing they ever see. Just one small bite, but a death sentence if antivenom isn't given within 30 minutes. In many areas, antivenom is scarce, Hospitals are far, and death often comes while the victim is still conscious, just unable to breathe.